Spicer went to the free throw line, hit 2 free throws with under 3 seconds. Final possession there, and Stu Morrill's club escapes with a win over Nevada, and that's how they arrived here. New Mexico State with a win over Boise State last night. It was a fairly easy game, 88-69. So this to make it to the field of 65. What happens right now?
8 seconds left on the shot clock for New Mexico State. If you're Stu Morrill and Utah State, you may want to try to double team on 2 players. If Ingram has the ball out top with a screen and roll, you jump him really hard, try to force a turnover. If Justin Hawkins gets the ball anywhere within 15 feet, you go double team him to make someone else beat you here with 8 seconds left in the half court.
32.1 seconds for a trip to the NCAA tournament. Nevada's already in from the Western Athletic Conference. One of these 2 teams will also go. Pan American Center here in Las Cruces, New Mexico, the home floor for the New Mexico State Aggies. Trying to win their 25th game of the year. They've won more games than any season since 1995 at this point.
Good adjustment there by Peterson. Double teaming Hawkins right there on the inbound.
They get it into Ingram. Wild shot. Didn't catch anything. So the shot clock is off. Carroll. 2-point game, remember.
It doesn't look like Utah State's gonna call a timeout. They're gonna go with it. I like this right here.
Stolen by Naber. Then they have to foul. Session committed the foul after Naber took it away.
Chris Clark is looking for a foul, but it's too late in the game to expect a foul call. Very physical right there on the ball. But watch the inbounds play. Naber just wants it more this Session.
That's what they were upset about, though, that he used his arms to push Session away and get in front of him and take the ball away.
I can understand them being upset, Terry, but you and I know that down the stretch, it's a free-for-all. And you've got to go get that basketball. Session is bigger than Naber. Watch right here. Watch this action right there. And it uses a swim move and a technique to go get the basketball.
I think he's just fighting for the basketball. I think that's a good no call. Stu would disagree.
And he's already upset about what's going on there. And again, you've got to tell your guys, you've got to be strong, fellas. NCAA tournament berth is on the line.
Naber's a 78% free throw shooter. 2-point lead for New Mexico State here at home, trying to make it to the dance for the first time since 1999. And first time under Reggie Theus.
Well, typically, you see teams in Utah State situation most times call a timeout when they come up with the ball like that on the defensive rebound. They chose to go right into their set offense. It didn't work out for them that time.
If you have a veteran team with guards who know what they're doing, I like that very much. You don't give the defense a chance to set up. It's tough sometimes to inbound the basketball.
Exactly. And you're right. If you have guys that can also break guys off the dribble, which is something that Utah State's guards don't necessarily do. And so Ted Naber and New Mexico State using their athleticism to their benefit that time.
Reggie Theus, the great star at UNLV, and then in the NBA with 5 different teams, over 19,000 points in his career in the NBA. Trying to go to the NCAA tournament as a head coach at New Mexico State. Utah State down by 2 as they watch Ted Naber go to the line for 2. Double bonus time, so he'll have not the 1-on-1, but 2. 78% on the year. And now to make it a 2-possession game. Clark on the run, behind the back, kicks it out. Peterson tipped up, no. Carroll the follow with 1.6 and the timeout.
Well, it got good looks. Peterson got a good look at the three. And right now, if you're New Mexico State, you just want to secure the basketball. You got to be strong. Chris Clark does a nice job of pushing the basketball, getting into the paint, and looks weak side. Peterson had a pretty good look. And then Spicer and Carroll get on the glass. Some precious seconds go off that clock, however, if you're Utah State.
Just trying to inbound the basketball right now if you're New Mexico State. And if you're Stu Moore, telling you guys, perhaps, go ahead, try to commit that foul before the ball's even inbounded, but don't make it intentional.
Don't make it intentional and go after the basketball. And you got to know right now in the Utah State huddle, they're looking at the 4 free throw shooters that are going to come back out on the floor. So Tyrone Nelson is right at 68%. He would be the one to try to foul immediately. But he's taking the ball out, so good adjustment here for Reggie Theus.
Yeah, exactly. And they'll talk things over again. Reggie wants the timeout now. Only one of these two will go. Nevada already going from the WAC. They were beaten last night, upset by Utah State. And you talk about conferences with, say, one bid before the conference tournament in the Party Crashers. Wright State beat Butler in that championship game in Dayton. This one here, Nevada already going, and GW and Xavier.
Yeah, tremendous job by all those clubs there that were able to overcome the conference favorite. In Wright State situation, it was beating Butler on their home court. And New Mexico State now not going against Nevada, the league champion, but having an opportunity to do the same thing on their home court.
Big West Championship coming up next. Yeah, Stu Morrill not all happy about having to try to win this championship on Reggie Theus' home court. 1.6 left. Nelson to inbound. Throws the baseball pass. It goes out of bounds, and it'll bring back to this end. Nelson just threw it the length of the floor out of bounds. And Stu Morrill saying, I never expected in a million years to have this opportunity with 1.6.
And do you know who aided that play was Chris Session of Utah State. Justin Hawkins looked like he was going to get the basketball. Sessions holds him off with his body. Good job.
And now with 2 ties, but if Carroll or someone hits a 3 here, they win it. Goes back to Carroll. Here's the 3 for the win. No. New Mexico State survives at home. They rush the floor. Reggie Theus has got him revved up again in Las Cruces. And you got to feel for Stu Morrill. They came oh so close, and they got the ball in the right guy's hands in the end.
They really did, and I almost thought they took too much time trying to get the ball over to J.C. Carroll, but he got it off in time, just really under duress. But right there, fading away, and New Mexico State holds on.
You know what? It was great execution, as a matter of fact. They knew they had that much time. They got it to Carroll. Just a tough shot. And Reggie with tears in his eyes. 72-70. New Mexico State goes to the dance. Big West Championship. Long Beach State, Cal Poly coming up next. This has been a presentation of ESPN Worldwide Leader in Sports. Now to Dave Pasch and Bob Valvano in Anaheim.